Hello, welcome to the video version of the Week 1 lecture for English 1505, The Process of Composition, narrated by your instructor, Dr. Rebecca Wood. And this term we're going to be talking about effective communication and the writing process, and students will become more comfortable and adept at composing writing across various genres, including business writing and academic writing. And so by the end of the course, everyone should be able to produce effective writing in any major and be prepared to continue on to English 2005. This class will be conducted 100% online through Blackboard, and lectures will be posted in both YouTube videos and PowerPoint formats so that you can look at the PowerPoints at your own leisure. Please read your syllabus carefully and post your introduction to the class on the discussion board as soon as possible. Also, it's very important to check your SLU email daily for important updates about our class or eligible paper revisions. And each week we'll have at least one YouTube video to view to enhance our learning experiences. And at the end of the class, it's expected that everyone will be able to demonstrate your basic knowledge of information literacy, the ability to integrate critical thinking, reading, and writing, especially as related to communicating and seeing the relationships between language, knowledge, and power. And also, by the end of the class, students should be able to demonstrate competency in the writing process, including the awareness of the need for multiple drafts. We're going to be talking about the writing process, in which we start by brainstorming and then outlining and doing some drafting. And then after we've done those things, then we'll do some more writing, and then we'll do a little bit more proofreading and drafting and revising. And then near the end of the writing process, that's when you do the proofreading for the grammar, spelling, punctuation, and usage. So even though a lot of instructors will mark the grammar, spelling, and usage, the most important things in your paper are really your main ideas and how you organize them. Did you get your point across to the audience? That's even more important than running a spell check, which is, of course, still a very good idea. And so by the end of the class, we'll be able to demonstrate knowledge of writing conventions, emphasizing common formats. Also, we're going to be working on APA-style documentation and citations throughout this class, so you're not expected to know those now, but by the end of the class, we should be able to write a paper that has some APA documented research material in it to support our arguments. And for a successful class, here's some reminders. Our class officially begins on March 19th. Week 1 is already available. Please post your introduction to the class on the Blackboard discussion board no later than 11:59 p.m. Thursday, March 22nd. Please read your syllabus carefully, as well as your course calendar. Please let me know right away if you have any questions. There's also a question and answer forum on our discussion board. Students will be expected to participate regularly on the discussion board and to complete your paper assignments by the deadlines in our course schedule. This week's reading assignments are chapters 1 through 4 of the Little Penguin Handbook and pages 1 through 25 in the student essay in the River Reader. And these are the book covers and what they look like. And so as we go into the subject matter of this class, one of the most important things is to think about is the purpose of writing. Why are we writing anyway? So we probably get a writing assignment from school or work, and that starts our process. And then we begin decoding that assignment. What must we do to complete the assignment successfully? And our most important practical purpose is finishing the assignment appropriately and by the deadline. Sometimes we may even have to turn in something that is not quite perfect so that it is not late. And in this class, it is very important to get your work turned in on time, because papers that are turned in on time are eligible for revision, whereas late papers will only earn 3/4 credit up to 3 days after the due date, and they will not be eligible for revision. So please Review the syllabus and the late paper policy in the syllabus in more detail. And even if you are writing an assignment for work or school, you should still find a personal purpose or reason for that assignment. What does it mean for you? If you are writing about a topic that you find interesting in some way, that helps you make your paper interesting to your audience. And when you write, your number one goal is delivering a clear, understandable message to your audience. So you want to make sure to understand your message yourself and the reason you are delivering it so that you can communicate it successfully with your audience. So possibly your writing assignment may be to write a standard operating procedure for work. I've had several students who were writing those. And so they had to think about how they could benefit the company and themselves and the new employees by writing a good, understandable standard operating procedure. And so as you are working on your writing, especially for, let's say, a technical assignment like this or a business writing assignment, make sure to use clear, brief, understandable instructions. Add illustrations if possible. I am very fond of my Snagit and my screenshots. Those help a lot writing technical documents. And then also we might be writing to persuade. Perhaps we are going to persuade our audience that our viewpoint on an important topic is valid. We may even be able to change our audience's viewpoint on the topic. So persuasive writing can really be valuable, and it's important to organize your ideas when you're writing to persuade. And so, for example, if you had strong feelings about the value of education, you could write a paper expressing those feelings in a way that could persuade your audience to agree with you. And so think about what you might want to write an argument about to help persuade an audience that you are correct. And as you continue your academic career, you will be writing research papers, including one for the end of this class. And those research papers allow you to include material from sources to strengthen your own argument or to better inform your audience. And when you use the material from research material, it is necessary to document it carefully and accurately so that you can give proper credit to your sources. You don't want to be guilty of stealing the words and ideas of your sources. You want to give them credit. And so we are going to be using APA documentation style, and you can find out a lot of information about APA documentation and style from the Purdue Online Writing Lab and also from your Little Penguin Handbook. And so if you have any questions or if you would like to make any suggestions, my email address is here on this slide, rebecca.wood@slu.edu. You can call or text my cell phone number, which is listed right here. We have office hours by appointment only, and please email or text me if you have questions, or as I said previously, you can also post your questions on the question and answer forum on our class discussion board. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have a very good week.